Today we're going to be talking about the newest item that is for sale on my website. This is a Power Functions power-up for Lego trains if you're like me and use the vintage railroad track. You can also buy FX Bricks track, and this will work on that as well. The reason I decided to make these is because the original official Lego 9-volt train motors for the metal tracks is getting extremely hard to find. I've spent a lot of time developing this product, and the most expensive part of that was the 303 stainless steel wheels. I wanted to use stainless steel, number one, for its rigidity, its hardness, and number two, it won't tarnish or rust, and that to me was a very important factor. The worst part about making these is the time that it takes to shave all the plastic off the Lego wheel holders in order for me to install the wheel, the wire, and the bearings and everything that I need to install in order to make these work. And currently, because this is a brand new product, I only have it available in Power Functions, but I do fully intend on making this available in a Power Ups version in the future. A lot of it's going to depend on sales. The Power Ups portion I should have, I'm hoping, here by the end of the month. That was really just a simple fact of me having to wait on a part order, which is the plug themselves. And it was also a thing about me trying to get around possible issues with Lego patent ideas. But now real quickly, I want to show you how easy this power pickup is to use. What I like to do, because I like to have a double-wheeled bogie, is I will apply that to another set of wheels next to it. And then you have your plug that comes off on the side, or actually in the back, I guess middle we'll call it. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll take, this has got a standard Power Functions train motor on it. What I'll do is I'll take this and plug it in like that. Just push the cable up and through. And we already have the Power Functions motor plug here. So now we're just going to take and plug that on top of it. And the plug that I'm using is a nice sturdy plug. It goes together really well. And we're going to take this, and just to kind of hold it up and out of the way, because again, I'm just trying to give you a quick demonstration. I'll put a little block on that just to hold the cables up and out of the way. Now we'll set the train on the track, and let me plug it in. We'll give it a quick test just to show you, and we can go at very slow speeds, and it will operate. But I want to pull some trains to show you guys how well this works. And to do that, I need a little weight on the engine portion of the car, just so I can make sure that the wheels are going to grab. And I know it's kind of ironic. I hate batteries, but I'm going to use a battery pack for weight. But you can see that there's nothing plugged into it, and the switch is off. Now let's plug this or turn this back on. And let's hook up to this train that I have over here. And it made this connection. And now I can turn this on and just slowly let it roll. And it does a really good job. And I can go at a high rate of speed if I want. Just trying to give you a quick demonstration of it back and forth. Or you can go at a very slow speed. Let me get it in front of the camera so you can see it. That's about as slow as you're going to get it. But it works really well if you don't like batteries like I don't. The next really cool feature, if you don't have one of these old power supplies to where you can control the train, or you're just going to apply direct 9 volts to your track, and I've got to make up a bunch of these, but this is a little adapter. And you'll need this adapter if you want the train to also be remote control. And here, let me show you what I mean. The first thing you have to do is you want to take these plugs apart on the train. This is my power plug coming in. So you would put your adapter on top of that, and then we'll just kind of set it out of the way so that way it's held into position. And here's our motor. Now our motor plug, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the Power Functions remote control, and we're going to place this now in the chain of plugs. And once that is placed into the chain of plugs, we're going to turn on our power supply. And what that adapter does is it makes sure that you have the correct polarity so it doesn't burn up your receiver. Now, turned that way, I didn't get a light, so I know I have to turn it the other way. Now my light is on, so this receiver is ready to function. So what we're going to do is we're going to take on the red plug, we're going to plug in the motor, and then we're going to set this on the train as well. Let me keep that. And when I make the adapter, it'll be a much smaller adapter. I just used a cable just to give you kind of a quick explanation and showing of it. And again, I will have these adapters available very soon. But now that we have that hooked in, the power's on, we have our voltage all the way up on our controller. Now I'm going to take the remote control, and we know we were on the red. So I'm going to take this and show you that now the train is a remote control. And again, it doesn't need batteries. Yeah. And to show you with the trains on it, it will pull any amount of load you want, just like it would if you had the battery pack. And again, I just have this battery pack on here because this is a bare car, because I want everybody to see everything that's being used to make this happen. Now let's get even a little more fancy. You don't have control over the LED lights, but I already sell this particular adapter on my website. And if you take that and plug that in, you can also have lights throughout your train. And that's another great thing about all this option. So without batteries, you're able to use the 9-volt system. You're able to control the motor. And again, let me show you. You can control the motor, pull your trains around using your remote control, or you can have it set up like this, and you will always have lights on in your train as well, which is a really cool feature. Not everybody wants lights, and I understand that, but I thought this was something cool to point out and show as well. My original design that I know a lot of people were looking and waiting for was a double-wheeled bogie, and this had power pickups from all 4 wheels on the actual bogie. And I thought that was a great design, and the reason I was originally going to do it that way is my fear was I would have connection problems at the connection points where you have that little gap. But after a complete 16-hour runtime of the single-wheeled system and not ever having any failures or faults from these little gaps, I decided this was the better way to go because it is much more affordable. This is currently going to retail at $39.99 for the single-wheeled bogie, where if I was going to be offering this, it was going to be closer to $60 for the double-wheel bogie. And a lot of people had made complaints about costs and things of that nature trying to get into the Lego hobby and the train hobby. So I thought this was a much better option because it offers more affordability and it's still very dependable. The next thing I can tell you is that if you are somebody that wants to have steel wheels all throughout your train, in situations like this, you don't just have one set of steel wheels and one set of black. I'm going to be making these wheels available for sale on my website also. And what you will be able to do is just pop the plastic Lego wheels out, and these pop right into the place of where the plastic wheels were. And these spin very freely. I know it's not a bearing system that's in it, but they do spin extremely freely. And if having the ambiance of having the steel wheel is important to you, this is going to be a great way to get that look. The biggest reasons I'm going to be offering the wheels just for sale by themselves is I'm trying to recoup my costs. This was a very expensive adventure, and I know that the Lego train community is kind of a small community, and I have some other ideas because I know, for example, a lot of the people in the train community, they prefer to have wheels that have bearings on them like that. And I do have an idea to make a power pickup with bearings, but I need to recoup my costs from my original investment on this style before I'm going to invest too much time into that style. But that is another product that I am looking into making because I know the die-hard Lego train people would love to see a power pickup that would work that way. And I'm hoping if I can sell enough of the wheels and the power pickups that I'm currently offering, that I'll be able to do this version very soon. So if you're interested in getting one of these power pickups, check out the link below, both in the description and in the comment section of this video, and I'll have a direct link to get this product.